Ferrari heads into Canada with real momentum for the first time in months. Their Miami upgrades sharpened rear stability and tire management so well that the SF26 suddenly looked like a true front-row threat. Yet, just as hope grew, the FIA began evaluating restrictions on two key concepts behind those gains. Insiders warn the team could lose serious time if both systems are limited. Lewis Hamilton stands at the center of this storm. The seven-time champion trusted one controversial update enough to race it while his teammate held back. That split inside the garage reveals growing tension. The SF26 was built around a bold chassis philosophy to squeeze maximum efficiency from the new rules. What no broadcast covered is how these Aero tricks help hide a clear power disadvantage that hurts most on tracks like Montreal. And that brings everything to a dangerous point. If the innovations that made Ferrari dangerous get restricted, how much real pace does the car actually have? This is where the numbers get uncomfortable, and the power gap story reveals exactly why Ferrari bet so heavily on clever Aero. Ferrari faces a serious power shortage heading into Montreal. Reports show they trail Mercedes by up to 30 horsepower. On a track full of long straights and heavy braking, that gap becomes a major handicap in every session. The SF26 must work harder just to stay competitive at the front. Hamilton has brought valuable input on power deployment and setup. Yet the straight line difference remains a daily challenge for the engineers. Fred Vasseur has pushed the team to find every efficiency gain possible. This explains their heavy investment in Aero solutions from the start. Without those tools, Ferrari risks losing ground on power circuits where championship points are won and lost. The situation grows urgent because the exact systems hiding this weakness have now caught the FIA's eye. That pressure leads straight into one of Ferrari's smartest small innovations this season. Ferrari turned a safety part into a secret weapon that surprised everyone in China. They used a loophole in the thinner halo pillar rules to add a fairing with tiny winglets. These surfaces redirected clean air to the rear wing and reduced cockpit turbulence. The gains were small but valuable in tight qualifying battles. Rivals quickly noticed and raised concerns. Ferrari spoke with the FIA after China and redesigned the wing with softer shapes to keep most of the benefit. Hamilton raced the updated version while Charles Leclerc chose not to use it. That difference between teammates created immediate questions inside the garage. The move showed Ferrari could still find clever edges, yet it also brought stronger FIA attention to their other developments. This attention now focuses on the far more important system at the heart of the SF26. Ferrari designed the entire SF26 around a blown exhaust concept that runs deeper than any add-on. Hot gases feed the diffuser to increase rear downforce and improve extraction. This idea connects corner, exit, traction, balance, and tire temperature control. The whole rear of the car was shaped around this flow from the beginning. After early testing showed its strength, Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams, and Cadillac began exploring similar solutions. Losing the system could cost nearly half a second per lap. That is massive. When the top 10 often splits by less than 1 second total, Hamilton especially benefits from the extra stability it provides. Success brought copies and now brings regulatory questions. The system that defined Ferrari's direction has become the biggest point of tension. That tension moves the story into the political battles behind closed doors. The paddock is stuck in an awkward contradiction. Teams that question Ferrari's ideas have now developed their own versions. Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams, and Cadillac all moved in similar directions. Red Bull adapted elements to their own philosophy. The FIA wants tighter rules for 2027 to control costs, but the technology has already spread. Fred Vasseur has stated privately that Ferrari followed the written rules and invested first. Now the governing body faces pressure from every side. Restrictions risk upsetting multiple teams. Doing nothing risks giving Ferrari an ongoing advantage. This friction carries heavy championship implications. The outside noise makes Ferrari's internal problems feel even bigger. While politics continue outside, a dangerous development issue inside Maranello affects every upgrade decision they make. Ferrari's engineers are battling a serious hidden problem. Their simulator in Maranello consistently shows different behavior than the real track. This poor correlation makes it hard to trust new parts before practice. Uncertainty touches every test and setup choice. The Miami upgrades brought better straight-line speed and tire management. Yet they also exposed the remaining gaps between simulation and reality. Charles Leclerc's long experience with the team helps provide vital feedback. The dilemma is clear. Keep investing in systems that might get banned or change direction early and lose time. This internal pressure grows heavier every week. These questions now head into the biggest test of the season, where everything must come together. Montreal will give the clearest picture yet of Ferrari's true level. The track's long straights and tight corners will punish power weakness while testing their aero strengths. A strong result would prove the SF26 has real pace beyond the disputed parts. A poor one would raise fresh doubts about their recent speed. Hamilton's experience will be key for tire calls and setup decisions. Leclerc will use his deep car knowledge to maximize the package. McLaren's consistency and Mercedes' power serve as the main benchmarks. Free practice data will shape the entire weekend story. Every lap carries weight far beyond points. This weekend is the litmus test. The result will influence major decisions for the rest of the season. Canada will provide the answer the paddock has been waiting for. Strong results would confirm the SF26 has solid foundation pace. Weak results would force difficult questions about how much of Ferrari's resurgence depends on threatened systems. The outcome will shape bigger season decisions. ADO approval after this weekend could unlock important power unit help and change the championship picture. Ferrari tifosi see a team pushing hard despite pushback. Hamilton fans see a champion still fighting in a new chapter. Verstappen and Norris enjoy more stable cars but must match Ferrari's creativity. Innovation always brings scrutiny. The SF26 now tests whether bold ideas can overcome political and internal challenges. In the end, Ferrari's tension in Canada is not just about one race. It is about proving their vision can redefine what is possible in Formula One's new era.